I have made it to Calgary. It was a really long...
Oh wait, you actually like talked to the camera?
I made it to Calgary. It was a really difficult flight because I came from LaGuardia, and by the way, the LaGuardia renovation is super nice. And then I had to transfer in Toronto, and then they make you like leave immigration or like leave security and like go outside and then go back in so that I could take like a domestic flight inside a Canadian domestic flight from Toronto into Calgary. So it was honestly kind of a mess. Both of my flights were delayed. My brother and my parents flew from San Francisco and they had a direct flight, right?
Yeah.
And they even got here early. So I'm like suffering in conclusion. I got here super late, so I have not seen anything except the airport, and in fact our hotel is inside the airport, so I've seen absolutely nothing. Can you give a first impression of Calgary so far?
Not much to impress upon me. It's just a lot of grass. It's like really green. Everyone's really nice. It's like Texas but like Canadian.
I met 2 Canadian Karens today while I was like waiting for my...
Like they were mean or?
Yeah. So basically, this is when I was trying to get my second boarding pass, and then there was like this really long line of people who were like trying to get the boarding pass because they were on the same connecting flight as me. So we were waiting in that line for like 20 or 30 minutes and obviously already like very frustrated by that. And then some like random Karen just like walks up and she's like, is this the line to like get a new boarding pass or to talk to the agent? We're like, yeah. And then she just like is like, oh, okay. And then she like walks back towards the back of the line, but doesn't actually join the line. She just like goes to the counter because an agent is like standing there before the person at the actual front of the line could walk to the front of the line. And then the agent started helping her and everyone in the line was like, yo, are you serious? After that, the agent next to her like opened up as well. So the person whose spot that lady stole went up to the counter and then started like talking to that other Karen, and he was like, oh, just so you know, like we all saw you cut the line. So he was like going off on her kind of, but then the agent that was helping her was another middle-aged white woman, and I guess they have like Karen solidarity or something because she stepped in and she was like, oh yeah, she like totally didn't mean to do that.
The Karen coalition.
Dude, it was seriously the Karen coalition. And I went up to talk to that agent, and then I heard that those 2 Karens were at the desk next to me, right? So I could still hear them talk, and I heard the passenger say like, oh, yeah, I mean, I just like didn't mean to cut the line. Like I would never do that on purpose. And then my blood was like boiling by this point. So I leaned over and I was like, ma'am, you did though. And then the gay agent started getting mad at me, and she was like, no, she really didn't mean it. And I'm like, why are you getting involved now? So in conclusion, I just like don't even like Canadians that much. Like, why are people saying that they're nice? Because it has not been true so far.
Oh.
I saw her passport too. It was a Canadian passport. I was like,
I think Karens everywhere are just mean. I ran into some people in the elevator and they were like huge nice for no reason. Say hi, like just because you're in the same elevator vibe. Although I have heard like Canadian nice is like not like true nice. It's like
they're just like polite and acknowledge you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know.
But they cut in lines in conclusion. Stay tuned to see if we will survive Canada. I really hope we don't run into more like Karens because I'll lose it. I'm already triggered. But yeah, I think, what is the plan for tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked. I think you have to wake up early though.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember now. So tomorrow we're gonna actually go into Banff. We're just in like the Calgary city today. We're going into the park and I think taking like a gondola ride around 10, and then I forgot what's like in the afternoon. But we will go to the park tomorrow morning, very early. We're waking up at 7, so see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. We are waiting downstairs in the lobby to go to breakfast and then go to the park.
One little bit.
Why is there a Justin Bieber collab at Tim Hortons? We tried to pay with this $50 bill, but apparently this is not like the old Canadian dollars.
Beautiful. All right. Step right up, step right up.
你要照那边好看，直接帮他们照那边，那边有那个山。
I'm going to hike up to there. Photo op. Okay. I bought a hat. In the morning, we went to the Banff gondola and then just now ate lunch and walked around downtown. We're going to go visit the caves now. There you go. Thank you. The Banff Springs snail. Maybe I will see one later. Cave. This is kind of spooky. Cave. It smells like sulfur or something. I kind of want to look for a snail, but it's really like dark in here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to find one anyways. It looks so pretty from the top, actually. Okay, I'll look for the snails. Do you guys think that's like the shell of a snail? It's just like floating in the water, so I'm not sure. Yo, I low-key think I found... Wait, it's like attached. Guys, I think I found a snail on the edge there. I showed my parents where the snail is. They're so excited too. What's your opinion of the cave?
Cool cave, I guess. It smells really bad.
It's what?
It's a cool cave. It smells kind of bad.
I think it looks really cool from the top, but inside it is kind of, yeah, I agree, it smells bad. But I'm really happy that I found a snail. Did you see it?
No. Really cool snail.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Ooh.
Allowed to touch the water here. The only place you can touch the water. No, it's cold.
Oh, 怎么这么cold?
It's not that cold.
It's supposed to be thermal water.
Oh, okay.
In travel, we thank them for the continued shield. 23,000 years ago.
The tour guide said we can make tea out of these berries. It's so pretty here. Eating a snack, baked scallops. Ooh, waterfall. Everyone is kind of tired, so we tried to check into the hotel early, but they're not ready yet. But apparently there's this water slide, indoor water slide park that's open right now, so we're gonna go see it. I don't even have a swimsuit. I'm just wearing a t-shirt and running shorts. Water slides on. Why am I really excited to go down the water slide? I don't think I've been on one for like years, so. That was so fun. What's your opinion on the water park?
It's good. Nice way to wait until our room unlocked. To the slide. Camera's really close.
I don't use it for much, honestly. I just mainly use it to read.
I feel like my eyes get really strained and stuff when I read on the screen too much.
Yeah, that's true. I brought a book to read too, but I don't know. I see you have less books than one actual book.
What?
Like, this has more books than one book.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a lot more books on it.
Physical books are too heavy,
Yeah. It's kinda
which is
tough.
annoying. But if I'm at home, I'll try to read physical books more.
Yeah, it's always nice to have physical books. It's easier on the eyes.
What physical book are you reading?
The Benjamin Franklin biography.
Why are you so obsessed with biographies?
I'm not. It's just I just so happen to be reading this
Weber read a non-biography book challenge.
one. I'm
Failed.
I'm reading
Exactly.
Hail
That's-
Mary, which is by the dude that wrote The Martian, I believe, Andy Weir. It's a sci-fi book.
I didn't even know he had other books. What's Hail Mary about?
We find aliens, or they find like a fungus that's eating all the sun's energy, and then they're like,
That sounds
oh,
kinda
shit,
lit.
what do we do? So then they send it out to like this galaxy or this star system where they're like found that star is not being eaten by star fungus, and they try to figure it out.
Have you heard of the book called Gödel, Escher, Bach?
No.
It's like a classic tech bro bait book.
Oh,
It's like one step below Sapiens.
it was the most common distillation of a certain way of thinking, but I feel like when I read it, I wasn't like, oh wow, this is revolutionary. I feel like he was just summarizing.
I feel like the meme was like too big for Sapiens, but I feel like if you read it in like, I don't know, maybe 2010 or something, you would have been like, oh shit, this is a game changer. But by the time I read it in like 2018 or whatever, it was just like mid.
Yeah. This golden braid thing, what's it about?
Basically, like, Gödel is a mathematician, and then Escher is the guy who does those like does the art of especially around like visual paradoxes, so the ones where the stairs look like they keep going up, but
Oh, so it's about the actual MC Escher.
yeah, and then Bach obviously is like Johann Sebastian Bach, so
Yeah.
basically it's a theory of how their ideas are overlapping and stuff like that. It's pretty
Sure.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean art and science and whatever.
It's art, math, music, so it talks about a lot of those concepts.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Would you recommend it?
I'm not done with it. It's like a really, really long book, but it's a pretty good read. But I feel like it's not a book where I can just like easily read it or tune out, because there's a lot of like theory and there's exercises relating to like math and logic and stuff. So when I'm reading it, I actually have to focus a lot. Like, I don't think it's really one of those books where you can read it like right before going to sleep, because it's not that relaxing to me. I like reading it if I have nothing to do during the day on the weekend, or like in the morning before work or something, because I feel like it benefits if you like focus on actually reading it and have energy to read it.
Wait, what's it about? Like, is it a fiction or non-fiction?
Non-fiction.
Okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I feel like you would probably like it.
Yeah, I might pick it up.
So the hotel still wasn't ready, so we came back downtown to try to eat dinner first, and the restaurant we wanted to get at also wasn't open. So now we're at the Rock and Gem store waiting for 5 p.m. Some pretty cool rocks and gems. They got rocks carved into bears. Like the restaurant?
Pretty good.
We're at this garden now. It is so cute. Like, it's giving woodland fairy vibes. I wish I had like a poofy dress or like a picnic dress or something, just so I could take like Instagram pics here. Like, it's so pretty. Crying. Flower garden rate.
Flowers.
Rate out of 10.
7.
What? I think it's a 10.
Seem too fake. Seem too easy.
Hater. Huge crow. What the heck? It's shiny too. Why is he flopping like that? Oh my god. He's coming back. We're at the hotel. It's been a long day. Ready to take a shower. And then, yeah. The view from our hotel balcony. Okay, so there's 2 beds upstairs in the loft. It smells really good, but I don't think it tastes that strong. Waiting in the car. It's 8 a.m. the next day. I think we're planning to go on 2 hikes today. I have bug spray. I'm scared of bugs. I got a bug bite yesterday. It's actually so itchy. These are the genders. Johnston Canyon.
Huh?
Johnston Canyon. How do you like the waterfall?
Like watching erosion. Looks good.
There's a helicopter. Waterfowl Lake. I thought that they were calling it waterfall, but it's waterfowl as in F-O-W-L. Yeah. Very beautiful blue day. Trail up ahead. It says be careful of the drinking water. It looks so pretty though. It's so cold. We're at Columbia Icefield. There's some weird candies here. I've never heard of this Henry or this coffee crisp. Columbia Icefield, I would give 2 out of 10.
我主要分，可是它下面你刚才没看，它真的弄得很好。
Okay, what's your rating?
Wow, I would say like maybe 6, 7.
这么高。
对啊，我觉得他真的花很多心思弄起来。你知道它这个是 snow top 啊，整个 Canada 的 snow top 啊，它这里啊有3个 river 下去，一个跑去那个 Hudson River， 一个跑去 Pacific， 另外一个呢就是跑去 Calgary 那边。
Long day of visiting a bunch of lakes and other scenic things. Finally eating dinner now. Oh my god, a train. Welcome. So cute. I hate to say it, but at some point all these lakes are looking very similar. I'm really full from dinner. I think that overall we probably went 7 or 8 miles plus like 50 flights of stairs according to my Apple Watch, so it's been a really exhausting day. Simply waiting in the car in the parking lot. There's a lot of bugs. I'm gross and sweaty and my feet hurt, my knees hurt from walking so much. I'm ready to go home and take a a shower, for real, and then lie in bed. We made it to the Airbnb. Shimmy. These walls are quite interesting. 上面只有一个床。哦，有2个床。哦，有3个床。What the heck? It's really cold today. We're here at the waterfall. I'll show you on the other side. Over there. It's really loud. It's my bear hat. Packpaw Falls. Apparently it's the tallest waterfall in Canada. I badly want a matcha latte. I don't think we're gonna see a Starbucks in the forest, so yeah. You can see all the mist coming off the waterfall like this. The water here looks way more like white, less blue, kind of like grayish colored. Not sure, compared to yesterday. Yeah. It looks really clear up close. It's very cold. We've returned to one of the 2 restaurants in Yoho because I am hunting for my matcha latte. We back. We had dinner here yesterday. Whoever stole my order.
Oh, that's
Loonies. Don't know what that means. Lost Sock Club. Day, I don't know what number it is the next day. After yesterday eating, we basically just went back to the Airbnb cabin and hung out because everyone was mostly tired. So woke up today. I didn't sleep too well because I think, I don't know, maybe didn't get enough exercise or something, but then I couldn't fall asleep until too late. And then when I woke up, I was still like tired. But I think today we're planning to go to Lake Louise, which is the most like popular attraction in Banff, so I'm excited to see it. Bubble tea. There. 就是，我昨天才发的。This chandelier has people on it. I don't like that. The lounge here looks out onto the lake. It's so gorgeous. On a walk outside the hotel, looking at Lake Louise. I have a snack that I want to eat also. Is that a real squirrel? Oh my god, it was a real squirrel. I found a good place to eat my snack, but it is really sunny there, so this is my snack. Came back inside. I will stay here. Taking a walk next to Lake Louise because it's a lot cooler now that the sun is starting to go down. I'm gonna touch the water and see how cold it is. Ah! What is this? A bug. Oh. Going to get ice. My
leg has started to hurt from all the hiking. Good morning again. I don't know what day it is today. We are planning to go get breakfast now. Another day, another lake. They have snails here and mussels.
on this lake. Our senior captain.
That food slapped so hard for no reason whatsoever. I am headed to the gym. I saw that they have a sauna, so I'm like excited for that. That mango lassi was like a milkshake texture, like thicker, I think, than normal. It was very good. I just took a shower. While I was showering, I realized that I think I forgot to do a lot of the hotel like room tours and stuff like that, like the insides of the rooms. But while I'm here in this hotel, which is Brewster Mountain Lodge, I'll show you the interior of the room. It has this like, I don't think we really have a good view, but it has this like rustic wooden furniture type vibe. This is the room for like 4 people. It's kind of like, it's not super modern or newly renovated or anything like that, but it's like, you know, very clean, very decent, not bad. I would give it a maybe 7 out of 10. Oh, one thing is that it's been pretty hot, but there isn't any aircon in this room, but I think basically most of the year it's just because it's like mid-August right now, which is like the hottest time, but most of the time you should not need AC whatsoever, so just something to look out for. Basically, I heard that in Canada, all the chicken doesn't have antibiotics, so I am here to try a McChicken, see if it's like better than an American McChicken. One thing that I will say is that American McChickens are literally $2, like on the dollar menu, and it cost me like $5.25 here, so I'm curious. McChicken acquired. McDonald's Canada, Mac Poulet. My review, it doesn't taste twice as good as an American McChicken. It's like less crunchy, maybe less deep fried or something. I don't know. After I finished at the gym, I went to the sauna just now for maybe like 10 minutes, and then I took a break and came out and then went in again another 10 minutes. It smells super good, like because of the natural wood. It's not as like eucalyptus scent as Equinox, but it was still pretty nice. I'm flying back to New York in the morning, so it's probably the end of all the footage that will be shot in Canada. I feel like there's a lot of things that I like didn't film or need to talk over, or just like give my general thoughts about the trip, or like tips for if you are looking to visit Calgary or Banff. So I will probably film another segment once I get back to New York too. So I'm waiting in the lounge for food now. I ordered and then they said between 10 and 30 minutes, but my flight leaves in 40 minutes, so I should probably leave in like 15. We'll see. Guys, this French vanilla coffee is so good. My food is here. I got a muffin and a breakfast sandwich. I got another French vanilla coffee to go.
So basically, first I got to Toronto from Calgary, right? And then I already expected there to be some kind of issue because they were like, oh, we're having a hard time like getting your actual seat number, whatever. And then I only had originally 1 hour in between as like the whole layover time to get from one gate to the other gate. Plus, because I was going like a domestic flight, which is Calgary to Toronto, then I had to do like an international, which should have been Toronto to LGA. But so because it was like going to international, I was supposed to leave security and go all the way back in again. So I was like, dude, there's no way that I'm going to make it within 1 hour. So I called Delta beforehand and I was like, dude, there's no way I'm gonna make it. And they were just like, just see what happens. So I guess they knew what was gonna happen, which is that the secondary flight was gonna get delayed. So at first it was delayed 1 hour, and then I was like, okay, perfect. So I have 2 hours to go through security. I feel like it's pretty doable. So I get to the gate. And then it's like fine, I guess. But then the real problem starts when that flight keeps getting delayed. First it was like to 7, then it was like to 8, then it was to 9, and then by 9 people were getting really mad because it was like 4 hours of delay. So then people were like, oh, okay, like what's going on? And the excuse that the airlines were giving, the airline attendant was giving, was that there was like bad weather, there was like a thunderstorm, which is like true, it was kind of lightly raining outside and stuff, but other flights were like taking off and stuff like that. There was even a Toronto to New York flight that was supposed to leave like after us, but they all boarded and left while we were still like waiting at the gate, and they were at the gate next to us, so it was like extra insulting. It was just like super weird. So anyways, the rain finally like stops or whatever, and they're like, okay, now you guys can get on the plane. So everyone boards the plane, sits down, like puts up their check bags, or they check their bags and then put their like carry-on bags in the thing. We're all just like waiting there. And then after like 20 minutes, they're like, oh, one of the flight attendants was like up on her shift or whatever, can't work anymore, so she just left. And after that, they were like, okay, well, we can't take off because we don't have the required amount of crew to leave. So from there, we were like, okay. So we just like are still sitting on the plane, and they're like, well, we can't go back to the gate because US Customs left already. So if we take you back to the gate, then you just like can't leave until tomorrow because you would have to go through customs again. So we're just sitting on the plane for a while, and then they make an announcement. They're like, oh, there's like a plane coming from Detroit, and we can probably like take one of their crew or whatever. I don't even know what happened to that plan, but obviously, as you can
can see, the plan didn't work out because another like 20 or 30 minutes later, they were like, okay, never mind, we're just gonna like cancel the flight. So at this point, everyone like takes off their bags again and then like gets off the plane, and then we go back into like the gate waiting area, and then from the gate waiting area, we get like pretty much pulled into like 3 different lines. There's a line at the gate, and then everyone has to wait at like the duty-free shop for whatever reason, and then after that, you have to wait at the actual like Delta check-in counter before we finally get an answer as to like where your flight is rebooked to. So it sucks for some people because I think that they wouldn't even like let people leave tomorrow. They were like, oh, if you have a connecting flight, then it's possible, or if New York was not your final destination. It sucks for some people because they were saying like, oh, if New York's not your final destination, then you can go like talk to the agents and see if they can get you like there some other way. They were saying that like maybe you can book a different flight on a different airline that's not Delta or one of the partner airlines, and if so, then Delta can maybe reimburse you. I was like chatting with Delta over like iMessage through their like customer service iMessage thing for a while, and then they told me that they could try to get me on the flight out from Delta the next morning, so I wouldn't have to like go through all the other reimbursement channels. So I waited in the check-in line, and then finally they told me that it's possible to give me like the slot that the customer service agent had marked for me, but also the customer service agent told me that she wasn't able to actually make the booking, so kind of unclear what happened there. But anyway, the most frustrating thing was that at the very end, they were like, oh, because it was technically canceled due to weather, like Delta was not going to take the fault or like take the blame at all or like take responsibility for it. So they were just like, oh, yeah, like we're not giving any accommodations or like any stipends, reimbursement, stuff like that for if you need to like stay overnight, like even for people who needed to stay until Tuesday to leave New York, because apparently there's no like free seats on any flights going to like any of the 3 New York airports in the next like day until like Tuesday afternoon, apparently. So after all of that mess, then I just like realized that my dad booked the ticket for me using his like Chase card, and Chase has like trip reimbursements, and so they can say like, oh, if you're on this type of card, then up to like $500 you can be reimbursed for like unexpected expenses, like if you have to stay in a hotel room for this kind of situation. So basically I got really lucky because the credit card that we booked the flight with had like a really great insurance program for this type of situation happening, which is why I'm able to stay in this hotel that is literally like over 400 USD or something like that, and then I'm just getting dinner from the room service, which is like $50, and so like it's gonna come out on top like just under 500. They also have like breakfast here at the hotel tomorrow before my flight, so that's like pretty convenient. But oh my god, if that didn't happen, or if I was not like lucky enough to have booked the ticket with that specific credit card, imagine the mess I would be in right now, truly. Anyways, I can see on my phone that I've ranted about this for 7 minutes already. As you can see, I did not make it home. I'm here in my hotel room, sponsored by Chase Trip Delay Insurance. So actually, thank you, Chase. Okay, starting my room tour from the end. This is like the main room. They gave me this cute coffee machine. Well, what's in the closet? I mean, a safe ironing board. I guess that's normal. The bathroom. Wow, I like the lights. There's no bathtub, but it looks like a nice shower. A really big mirror. Nice TV, flat screen. Huge king bed. Oh, 11:11. Oh, it changed to 12 just as I said that. Spooky. Water that I stole from the lounge downstairs. Water that they gave me. This is like the Sheraton inside the airport, so I guess we are looking directly at the airport. I'm pretty sure I was exactly in this terminal too. But yeah, that is the room tour. I got my food. Also, I forgot to mention this, but I was talking with the lady that was taking my order in like the Sheraton Lounge Club thing or whatever, because I happen to be like a Marriott member, so I guess they let me into the club. I'll put footage of that as well, because I took some videos. It's where like the breakfast thing is gonna be tomorrow too. But anyway, that woman was so nice, and I was like chatting with her, and she was asking me about the flight delays and stuff like that. But look what she wrote on my bag for the takeout. That's so nice. I appreciate your presence. Also, her handwriting is so good. It's fancy looking. And also, here's my food. So also, by the time I ordered, it was like past 10. So they didn't have like everything on the menu. So this is just like selections that they have on the late night menu, which is, I got a salad and then this like cheeseburger and then fries. And also look at these like little ketchup packets. It's so cute. Like it looks like a bottle of ketchup for some reason. Wow. Okay, I will eat now. I just like inhaled my dinner, but I'm still gonna convince myself to go to the gym because I just got in touch with my dad about the travel insurance stuff. So I need to stay up a bit more to see if we can get some confirmation. I'm in the Peloton room. I'm trying to set up that bike.
dir super. Auf das hat's vielleicht noch Folgen.
I just got my ass beat so bad. It's not funny. What the fuck? 5:30 a.m. We'll see if I got back to New York now. Oh my god, security took longer than I expected. I literally had to run to my gate, but I boarded and we'll get on the plane shortly. We made it. Hi guys, so as you can see, I am now back home. I am filming this maybe a week or two after I actually returned from Banff and Calgary. I just wanted to give like a quick review of the entire trip and what advice I have for if you were looking to go there. So the first thing I will say is scenery is absolutely incredible. Like, just can't say more than that. I would say most people are going in the summers, and I've actually heard that the time that I went, which is kind of like mid or late August, is one of the best times to go, just because it's usually like the warmest time. There's actually several days when we were there where the weather was almost like too hot, like 80 or 90 degrees. Second tip is, I would say for sure bring bug spray, especially if you're susceptible to getting bug bites such as I am. Sunscreen as well. Those outdoor things are like very important because it's still like pretty remote in the national park. Third thing, please try to be aware that there's not a lot of service in the parks and things like that, so it's always a good idea to get the map on your phone like downloaded offline if you can, and bring a lot of entertainment like books or download movies or TV shows or music, because you can't always look things up inside the park. Fourth thing, think about how much like hiking and camping or outdoorsy things you actually like to do. So I think one thing that we were relatively ambitious on this trip was that we wanted to do a lot of like walking and stuff like that, but once we did it, we actually realized it was like way more tiring than we had thought, especially with the really hot weather. So I would say be a little more conservative in saying like, okay, well, if I normally walk like 3 or 4 miles at home, that doesn't necessarily translate to walking 3 or 4 miles like outside on the dirt in the sun, like in nature essentially. So I would definitely be aware of that as well. The last thing, I would say the food options. It was kind of difficult, especially if you're not used to eating a lot of Western or American food. One thing that we did is bring a lot of like instant ramen or instant rice and like sausages and things like that you can cook with a pot or in the microwave. So especially if you booked into a couple of Airbnbs like we did, that was a really good option for days when we felt like we didn't want to eat more like hamburgers or fast food or sandwiches and things like that. So bring a lot of snacks as well, just because like the car rides are long and can get boring, especially if you're driving between a lot of different destinations. So this is the summary of my trip. I thought it was really fun. Except that we had spent a couple too many days there, so there was a lot of like evenings or afternoons where you can see on the vlog that we probably didn't do too much, but those days were relaxing as well, so it turned out really great. If you like this kind of content, please let me know, and if you want to see anything else, like, comment, subscribe, bell icon, everything. Thank you. Bye.